when we said we were going to do it, get married. I went to work, came home, we went to the Justice of the Peace, and I didn't have any gas money. Of course, he didn't have any gas money. I had to go to my second job because I was working 2 jobs at that time. And I went to a friend's house to get some gas money. And I stayed there for a few moments.
An ex. It was.
Did you cheat on him?
It was more.
Did you cheat on him?
I was forced to cheat on him, Your Honor, because I needed to find a man. I needed a man to take care of me and his children.
You just married him.
But I had been dealing with him for years prior to that.
That don't matter. You ain't even walk down the aisle. You can't walk down the aisle. Close the doors and close the...
Gentlemen, I'm here today with Jessica Taylor and Patrick Taylor. Mr. and Mrs. Taylor, you have been married for 6 years. You have 2 children together. You no longer want to be married, and Mrs. Taylor, you have brought Mr. Taylor here seeking $325, which you say is half the cost of your wedding ring that Patrick paid for and that the cost of the wedding ring you paid for him. And I will talk about that with you momentarily. Before I do, Mrs. Taylor, I want to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here in divorce court today?
I decided to be like Stella. I wanted to get my groove back and marry a younger man. What I thought was a man, but ended up not being a man at all. He ended up being a little boy that I was taking care of. He became one of my children.
Tell me a little bit about, give me a story or two that would give me a vision or a picture of what your marriage was like.
Well, for instance, John, I went through hell and back. Like I said, I already had 3 children of my own, and I couldn't have any more children. He didn't have any children at all. So he decided he wanted to have some kids. So, well, he wanted a child. So I went through having surgery to get my tubes cleaned out. I went through fertility drugs, all of that to give him a child, and I finally was able to get pregnant with his firstborn son, who looked just like him. That 5 months after I had his son, he was gone. And then,
he was gone?
Yes, ma'am. He left 5 months after his son was born. He was gone.
Mr. Taylor, why don't you respond to that? What happened?
Your Honor, I did not leave 5 months after my son was born. I was there for the first 6 months of my son's life.
Oh, wow,
I took care of my kids.
Tell me what happened after that baby was born.
Really, it started before my son was even born.
Okay.
On our wedding day, I had to go to work because I had just started a new job. So I go to work 12:30, 12 o'clock-ish. She go to an ex house to go get gas money on our wedding day.
Because he didn't have any, Your Honor. He's never been able to support me and my kids or his children.
Your Honor, when I first met her, no, I wasn't working a so-called legit job. I was by myself, so I was content where I was at in my life at that time.
But once he asked to get married and have kids.
Once I got with her, I started working 3 jobs just so I could help maintain the household a little bit better than what I was doing. And I was working at the post office with a fellow co-worker. That money wasn't good enough, so I went to get a construction job.
Right.
Working part-time. That still wasn't good enough. So I go to work at a fast food restaurant, working 3 jobs now, trying to get the amount of money.
All at the same time?
All at the same time.
While you commuting, going back and forth, it'd have been a thought in my mind saying, there ain't no fucking way I'm getting married to her, bro. What you mean she disappeared on the wedding day? You get 1 shot. You get 1, bro. Ladies, we love y'all, but y'all gotta fail us on this one. We be coming from a place. You got to come from a place before you present that rock, that ring. Yeah, bro, you gonna sit up. Oh, I went to my ex house to get some gas money. I was gonna say walk, but don't walk. Don't walk. Go ahead. Go ahead. Be my guest. Go. Keep riding. Keep riding until you can. I'd have disappeared after that. That's crazy. And another thing, I know that you can reverse that. She said that she cleaned herself out and all of that. They toxic, but they ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere.
Time.
Well, Your Honor,
did he do that?
This originally started off as
to and from work. She had a car.
Did he do that,
to
Mrs.
and
Taylor?
from work.
Yeah.
Did he do that?
Yes, ma'am.
And walked into a situation where the woman got a couple of kids. He did that?
But he knew what he was getting into. He didn't do it on his own. He didn't do it because he wanted to. He did it because I made him.
I was
because I was controlling.
At first. I was content. I was happy. I was by myself.
And you were fine.
He was not.
Going and coming as I choose to go and come. Hanging out with my friends on the weekends, playing sports or whatever, I was totally fine. But once I got with her, my whole life was evolved around her. She took my identity from me. I'm just finally getting myself back to a level where I'm starting to love myself again after all these many years.
Okay.
All right, brother.
You fell in love, and then you found yourself in a situation that you were trying to become a man that you weren't to satisfy her. Is
Yes,
that what
ma'am.
you're telling me?
Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Taylor, now, let that a moment seep in. Do you see where he's coming from?
Not really, Your Honor, because this started off years ago as a one-night stand. He was my man on the side. It was all about just sex.
It
That's
must have
all
been
it
good.
was. That's all it was.
She gave me the keys to the house, so apparently I was doing something good.
It was a one-night stand. And then everywhere.
Hey, lesson, fellas, don't y'all take that key. Don't take that key. I know how it go, bro. I know how it go. She gonna hit. Well, just take the key. Take the spare key. I'll leave it right here. You might as well just take it. Don't you put that key back under that mat. That is not your key. That is not your key. That key is engraved in it right on the side. It's right on the side, bro. It say come with responsibilities, no calls after that, all of that. If you ain't ready for come with that key, don't you take that key. Don't you take that key. See, I know you. I know what you thinking. You think, oh, I got a key. I'm gonna go in there whenever I want. I'm gonna go over there. All right, I got another spot now. This the second spot, third spot. That's what you thinking. That's what you thinking. You take that key, bro. You done sign the commit. Read the key. Read that key. I'm telling you, bro. What? Be careful. Watch out for that one. Watch out for that one. Things going good. Things going. If you want to take the key. If you want to take the key, slide the key. Do whatever you gotta do with the key. But if you know that y'all ain't gonna be serious, bro, don't you take that muff. Oh no, you don't knock no more. Yo, I'm outside. Hey, I'm outside. Hey, I'm coming down. So you want something from? Don't you take that key.
I would work, he would pop up on my new jobs. If I would be hanging out at friends' houses, he would pop up over there. He said, I'm determined to make you mine. He did this over years. It took, what, 10 years? For 10 years, everywhere I was, he popped up. Mm-hmm. And then one night, I invited him and his cousin over to spend some time with me and my sister. Mm-hmm. From that point on, he was always there, always around. If I would get a phone call, if a guy would call me on the phone, this one particular person would call me on the phone, he answered the phone, don't call her anymore, she's engaged, we're about to get married. We wasn't engaged, we wasn't about to get married. He was placing claim on things. So if you're gonna claim it, then stand up and own it.
Own it. I see what you're saying. Mr. Taylor,
Yeah.
the story is, yeah, you were fine where you were, then you saw where she was, thought you'd like that a little better, and you just kept pushing.
He was looking for a mama.
And pushing until you pushed your way in. Is that what happened?
I was looking for a mother.
He was looking for a second
tell you
mother.
the truth. Me and her, before we even started having relations or whatever, we was always good friends. She was always somebody I could go to and confide in. If I was having a bad day or whatever, I would call her, go talk to her. We would sit around for hours and just talk about nonsense, talk about my problems.
That ain't true.
At
We
first,
started sleeping together first.
At first, she was a good, caring individual, but then after a while, it just went to, I became Joan Cleave of the house, and she became Adolf Hitler. I was living in her world, her way.
Not even Ward. I mean, right there. I mean, that's a deep comparison,
It was her
Mr.
way.
Taylor.
It was her way. Whatever she wanted, she got it. If she didn't got it, then it would always fall back on me. I wasn't doing enough to make her happy.
Had she been less controlling, had she been less manipulative, you had gotten together and gotten married, and life was turning out the way you wanted, would you have stayed home with the kids? Is that what you were looking for?
No, I was.
What were you looking to do once married?
I mean, once I got married, I had my son, then my whole life turned around. I became more of a family man.
Mr. Taylor, I understand that you have some concerns about her fidelity.
I mean, just
Tell me what happened.
On our wedding day, she disappeared.
On your wedding day?
On our wedding day, she disappeared.
Your Honor, we were supposed to get married in December, and he disappeared. We didn't get to the because we went to Justice of the Peace. We didn't even make it there.
I'm so sorry you found each other again. I was unfortunate, but go ahead.
And then in January, when we said we were going to get married, I went to work, came home. We went to the Justice of the Peace, and I didn't have any gas money. Of course, he didn't have any gas money. I had to go to my second job because I was working 2 jobs at that time, and I went to a friend's house to get some gas money, and I stayed there for a few moments.
An ex. It was.
Did you cheat on him?
It was more.
Did you cheat on
I
him?
was forced to cheat on him, Your Honor, because I needed to find a man. I needed a man to take care of me and his children.
You just married him.
But I had been dealing with him for years prior to that.
That don't matter. You ain't even walk down the aisle. You can't walk down the aisle. Close the doors and close your fucking legs. I mean, you can keep I can't tell you what to do with that. However, nevertheless, and in addition to the story, bro, I'm supposed to love you, and we supposed to be combining our union, making this family a cohesive unit, and all of that, bro. And on the day that we supposed to do that, you getting cracked over the balcony. She got cracked over the balcony, bro. Let's just keep it 100, man. If you ain't want to get married, then say you ain't want to get married. I'm telling you, bro. How he supposed to deal with that? How he supposed to deal with that? Now the next time, ain't nobody gonna talk about that. Ain't nobody gonna talk about that. Now the next time that man thinking about combining his life with the love of his life, he might have second fucking thoughts because the first time he did it, she got cracked on the balcony, bro. I ain't lying. Let me know how you supposed to deal with it. If it's a hole, let it be the lid. Let me goddamn forget a letter. Let me forget a vowel in my vowels. That's the end. That's the end, bro. You can hang me up. You be like, yeah, you don't say love. You be like, I live. Yeah. I leave you for. No, I'm joking, man. Like the video. But for real, man, damn.
If you were so dissatisfied with who he was that you were forced into the arms of another man on the day of your wedding, why in the world did you marry him in the first place?
Because I truly did love him. I truly did love him. He did have some good qualities, but being a provider and being one who can take care of and support, he's not.
Is there something you want to say to her, something you want to ask her? Because I see clearly now. I see the full picture.
I mean, if I was all these things, if I was a man-child, if I was a loser, if I was this, then why in the world would she take this man-child into her house?
Ask her.
And marry me?
Why would you?
Because I loved you.
Okay, but love is one thing, but love wasn't good enough after a certain point in the lifetime or whatever.
And I felt as though you didn't have nobody else there, honey, and I wanted to be there for you.
I always had a support group in my life.
Your
always.
Honor, well, at least you had support. When it came time to him trying to even provide me safety, Your Honor, he couldn't even do that. A man was trying to break in my house, and I had to defend me and my kids, not him.
Well, he didn't run or anything, did he?
Did he run?
I wasn't even dead when
Oh my gosh, no, when the
house.
crazy man was knocking on the back door, I was 8 months pregnant. He was knocking on the back door, then he ran around and knocked on my kid's bedroom window. I look at my husband that's supposed to protect me and my family. Baby, go see what's going on. He goes to the door and he's like, I'm sorry, you got the wrong house.
Whatever.
You can't come in here.
Whatever.
And the man's bamming on the door, demanding to get in the house.
Bat.
So you know what I did?
I went and got the baseball bat and went to the door.
And you ran down the hill and the police pulled the gun on you because they thought you were the perpetrator.
I was going to look.
And left me standing there.
I was going to look for the guy that was knocking on the door. The people in the back had a party. It was a drunken guy that came, knocked on the door.
Thank you. Now
I went and got the baseball bat and walked outside. Oh, don't worry, everybody come in the house. The police is on the way. You want to be the woman in a man's situation, so therefore, if you want to be both, go do it.
I had to be.
What you supposed to do? What she
No, he ran. Your Honor, I promise you on all that.
He didn't run away down
First he ran to the living room window and was peeping out the living room window. While I'm on the phone with the police, the man still bamming on my kid's bedroom window, mind you. So I'm thinking he's going to come through the kid's bedroom window. So then I became the man, and I said, you come through here, I'm going to shoot you with my gun. Because I had to be the man to protect me and my family until the police got there. He went running out the front door as soon as he saw the policeman. He ran down the hill so fast, the police pulled the gun and told him to freeze because they thought he was the perpetrator. Leaving me standing at the top of the hill with this drunken crazy man coming out the woods. I'm 8 months pregnant, standing here looking like, okay, where's my husband now?
Mrs. Taylor,
She's
did
good.
you pick him because you like the sex?
Oh my God, Your Honor, let me tell you something.
No,
Yes, ma'am.
Because I see no reason to be with him. You said he was a one-night stand, and after that, everything was horrible. So I want to know, was it that good?
It was, Your Honor, it was that good. However, let me tell you this, to be honest, What I later found out, if he doesn't have a bottle of gin, then the sex lasts 3 minutes without a bottle of gin. If you got gin, then we got 45 minutes. We can hang from chandeliers, do aerobics, everything. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, there's no holds barred as long as he got some gin.
Tell, what was the final straw, Ms. Taylor?
The final straw was when he did leave, and I went to work, and I came home, and I was worried. When first I had a funny feeling. I called, and the kids was like, well, Patrick's not here. And I'm like, he's not there, where is he? And they were like, I don't know, he went walking the dog. So I get home like 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm looking around the house, and there was he never said anything about leaving. We had talked previously, because we weren't getting along, that if you're gonna leave, let's do this amicably. But he never, I ain't going nowhere. I was like, well, you got something up your sleeve. I ain't got nothing up my sleeve. I mean, he wasn't even man enough to let me know that he was so unhappy that he wanted to leave. I come home, I have 2 children we have 2 together, 3 and 4 years old. They were in diapers, laying in the middle of my bed, wet, soiled. Then my son, he didn't even know he was gone. First he knew, he went to walk the dog. They said he kept going in and out of the basement door. He left through the basement door, Your Honor. That was my final straw. You didn't care nothing about me or your kids.
Mr. Taylor, what would you like to say in response to that?
I got tired of the BS. I mean, you tell me one thing, you going to work, come find out you not going to work. You in the next town up with your friends, supposed to be working, having gentlemen callers call you all hours of the night. So, I mean, it was time for me to go. It was either me going or me staying in a situation and doing something that I didn't want to do to somebody else. So,
I respect that. I don't have no. That's how you supposed to do it, in my honest opinion. That's how I do it. I wouldn't play it exactly like that. But the children, bro, you still gotta be mindful about them children. Okay, if you like cool, you done with it, stand on that. Ain't nothing more we can say about that. It ain't nothing too much more that we can say about that. But also, bro, like, you still gotta have that responsibility. Them children still gonna be your responsibility. You still got to double back, or however y'all decide to play it, or whatever y'all decide to do with it. That's still gonna be your responsibility. So again, I ain't really feeling the relationship aspect of it. Okay, fine, cool, you got that. But it's still that other thing. Strang. You still gotta take care of that other thing. Regardless of how she feeling, regardless of how she smelling, regardless of how she looking, regardless of what she think, that's your responsibility. It'll always be your responsibility. So you make sure you take care of that. Y'all be adults and get your adult conversation out the way, some other time. But while she was at work, you in charge of them children, you sit your ass down and change a diaper. Shit. What's the other one? All right, man. Baby girl, Savannah, daddy, love you.
The day before my birthday is when he walked out and left his kids, January 9th, 2010.
How come you haven't seen him? Is she making it impossible, or you just not getting there?
At first, I didn't even want to see her at all.
We didn't hear from him for like 4 months.
I don't
didn't
care
know if he
about
was
that.
dead.
I was calling, leaving messages for her. She would not respond to any messages or anything that I was doing. I made an effort to get in touch with her. She wouldn't answer the phone call, wouldn't answer no texts. So at one point, I just got tired of trying to deal with it.
When you roll, you got to roll like a man. And I don't think you were ever ready to be a man. I think you were the boy that you were, and you were contented with that. And she liked the sex, so she said, I got this boy. I'm going to make him into what I want him to be. And it didn't work. And she got mad about it, and that's not who you were. And you had babies, and you were still that boy. Even when the babies came, you were still that boy. And that's your fault, too, because you picked a boy and you tried to make something that he wasn't. You had a game plan, and he was the brother that you were going to plug in, that he wasn't ready for that. He didn't want that, and he got into that. But you can't walk out of a house like that and not see your kids.
Ask her why I didn't become the man that I wanted to become.
Doesn't matter. You know what? Woman can't make you a man. You can decide to be a man or not be one. No, it doesn't matter what the environment is.
I wanted to go back to school.
Yeah. Well, I wanted. Men do.
I couldn't do nothing because of her. Every time I get prepared to go to school, she would, you're a man now, so you got to stay here and take care of the kids and stuff
I
now.
mean, if you wanted to go to school, you need to go out there and make some money. You need to go get a job,
school
not
that-
go to
the
school.
school that I
School
was- the
ended
school-
once you
the school I was
graduated.
going to-
You have to stand on your own and speak for yourself, male or female. When you're an adult in a relationship, you have to own and speak for yourself, male or female. When you're an adult, you have to stand on your own and speak for yourself, male or
Well, I was
You're-
going
if
to-
you have to stand on your own and speak for yourself, male or female. You have to stand on your own and speak for yourself, male or female. When you're an adult in a relationship, stand on your own and speak for yourself, male or female. When you're an adult in a relationship.
I wouldn't even want nobody else speaking for me, bro. How you gonna tell me? How you gonna have somebody tell you about telling you about who I am? What kind of shit is that? Because I'm telling you, it's just that's the most immature. It's a turn off. It's a turn off, bro. Like, if you can't speak for yourself and speak up for yourself while you're in a relationship, bro, you need to work on you. You need to work on you. You don't need to be paying attention to nobody else. We need to be figuring out why you don't feel comfortable and confident enough to say, all right, cool, this is what I'm doing. I would like your help. I appreciate your help. I welcome your help. But this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to go forth with it. It's not being stubborn. It's not being an a-hole. It's not doing none of that. It's call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. Call it, put a ball around it and call it self-preservation. I don't care at this point in time, but if you don't have the confidence, if you can't speak up and say what you want for yourself, don't expect to get it. Do not expect to get it. Closed mouths do not get fed. They don't, bro. So no, you gonna say, oh, well, it's her fault that she, then it's her fault, whatever. My bad. Yeah, that's not her fault, bro. That's not her fault, bro. You gotta take accountability. You can't sit up here and put everything on her. You just can't do it. And if she was that much and big of a problem, then we got another problem because you should have been got rid of her. You should have been got rid of her. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, it's your fault that I didn't do this, and it's always your fault that I didn't do that. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Adults, we gotta be adults about it. You don't open your mouth, don't expect shit. That's real.
You have to understand and know what you need to become fulfilled and happy and a provider, as well as dealing in a compromising situation with each other. You guys were both wrong. You were wrong for picking him out of wherever you picked him from and tried him to make him into something that you wanted. You were just wrong. And when he couldn't come correct as the man he wasn't yet, you went out and got somebody else. I ain't never heard nothing quite as nasty as a woman sleeping with another guy on her wedding day. I don't know who does that. I don't understand it. I don't know who does it. I think the level of, the absence of morality involved in that is just beyond, it's just beyond anything. And I'm on divorce court. I see stuff all the time, and that's pretty low. Tell me about the money you want.
As I say, he's never been a provider. I paid for the wedding rings. I want him to pay half for my set of wedding rings, and I want him to give me all for the ring that he took. He could have left that. I could have passed that on to one of the kids.
Mrs. Taylor, you're tacky and trifling, and you not getting a thing. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
All right. Parties, we leave the courtroom.